As we get ready for our formal toast, our first one is going to be from the best man, Cody.
For those of you who don't know me, my name's Cody. Zack is my best friend, and I am so happy to be here seeing him marry the love of his life. I would like to start by saying how amazing Mariah looks tonight, and Zack, you look pretty good, I guess. Thank you to everybody for coming out to help celebrate these two. Zack and I met back in 2011 when I was in Tulsa, and we started off our friendship by me calling him the wrong name. Good way to start. We were at the Newman Retreat out at Clear Creek Monastery, and we really started to grow our friendship there, especially when we went to leave. We decided that we wanted to be the first ones back to campus because racing is good. So right as we're getting ready to finish up the prayer at the end of the day, we go through and talk to all the people in our car and say, we're getting to our cars as fast as we can, and we're going to be the first ones back to campus. So as we finish saying prayer, barely finish the sign of the cross, Zack and I turn and take off running to our cars, hoping that all of our people in our cars are close behind. We get out to our cars, get everybody mostly inside, seatbelts sort of on, and peel out of the monastery. Peeled out of a monastery. Not exactly our most reverent actions. But we're taking off down dirt roads. Zack is in his old Sierra and is drifting all the corners. So I didn't really want to take a broken windshield, so I back off a little bit. I get to the end of the driveway, and there's a giant cloud of dust, and I can't see Zack. So I wait for the dust to settle, and his headlights are facing me. So I pull up next to him, and he explains that he was over-drifting a little bit, wasn't losing control. Over-drifted a little bit, caught it, and did a little donut, and had to wait for the dust to settle. So we get away from there, end up at a gas station where one of the other guys ends up killing your battery. Takes a while for us to get the battery re-jumped and get started again. Then we're back on our way, we get onto the highway, and we continue back to Tulsa at an accelerated speed. Let's go with that. And fly all the way back to Tulsa, but because of the battery incident and everything, we ended up being the last ones back to campus anyway. But even after I ended up leaving Tulsa, Zack has continued to be my best friend, always available for a text or a call. When I was getting ready to go to seminary or leaving seminary, as I started to date my wife, he was always available to talk to. And has always continued to just be one of my best friends. He let me crash on his couch when I came back to Tulsa, or came and crashed with me when he came into Denver. And I remember there was one point when we came into Denver, or Zack came to Denver, and we're playing video games in the basement like old times. And I had started dating my wife not long before, and so she and I were texting back and forth. Every time there was a loading screen, just kept texting back with her. And Zack turns and says, you guys are going to run out of things to talk about. Zack, have you run out of things to talk about with Mariah? I told you you'd get it. So I remember when he had met Mariah, and I wanted to meet this girl who has changed Zack and help him be a little more romantic, and to start to care so much more and put a little pep in his step and a little spark in his eye. And for any of you who may have been fans of the show How I Met Your Mother, there was a scene in the show where Lily talks about a front porch scene, that she wanted to see anybody that Ted was dating, if that girl would fit onto the front porch scene. Mariah, you passed that test with flying colors. From watching you become Catholic, from convincing you to run a mud run with me, and now you and I got Zack to run one with us next year. I cannot wait to see how our friendship continues to grow, and how we'll continue to be together as a great group of friends. I'm not crying. Meow, if everybody would raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Here.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so my name's Elspeth, and I am so honored that I got to be your maid of honor. It was worth every second. I've loved it. It's been amazing. So, Elizabeth Barrett Browning once, you're not supposed to read my speech when I'm saying it. But I just do this. So she once said that love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile, right? And that's so true. We've known each other for 8 years now, maybe? It's been a while. And I think we met when you came to jump my car. See? It's just a thing with these guys, apparently. So it had been a long hitch, and I got back and I couldn't go anywhere. My car was dead. So she showed up with some friends and jumped my car for me. I knew at that second that this was going to be a pretty good friendship. And from that day on, you've shown me how amazingly kind and incredibly generous that you've been. And I haven't received that from anybody else. Even when you're helping me to get a PR up insane hills in Atlanta, Georgia, running a race where I'm just dying, even then, you're still so nice. Like, how can you do that? You've always been that way, ever since I met you. And as I've gotten to know you and Zack together, it's just compounded. It's just gotten even more, even exponentially more. I can't, there's not really good words for it. And I met Zack this week. I've heard lots about him. I saw lots of pictures, but I actually met him this week, and now it makes sense. And as I've seen you guys interact together, you're communicating like a boss. It's great. Like, I haven't really seen many people do that before they got married. And they get it after the fact, but you guys have got it going on beforehand, so good job, you guys. And that just shows me that the epicness of the road that you guys have ahead of you, it's gonna be a wild ride. So, I could really keep talking forever, but let's be real, we want to get to the good part. Let's go dance and do stuff. But I did want to say one more thing. I wanted to leave you with an Irish wedding blessing that I found. That's really awesome. And it goes like this. It says, "May God be with you and bless you. May you see your children's children, and may you be poor in misfortunes and rich in blessings. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward." To the bride and groom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mariah's father, obviously, and I don't know if any of you, most of you may not know this, that I'm definitely afraid of talking in front of people. So, I mean, like, pass out.
You're doing
type.
great.
So,
Just lean up against the wall.
all right. Anyway, we have a little story here to read. I had it professionally written, obviously. I didn't write it, but anyway. So, here goes nothing. When Zack asked us to lunch last year and told us not to tell Mariah, we knew what was coming. We also knew that, of course, we would give them our blessing. But first, we needed to come up with a dowry. Mariah hadn't lived with us for over 10 years. But who's counting, right? She's our only daughter, and we were new at this. So we offered Zack a goat. He was reluctant, but he shook on the deal, and we sealed it. Once he asked her to marry him, we let Mariah in on the deal so she wouldn't be surprised to come home to one day to find a goat in the yard. Come to find out that their HOA wouldn't allow the goat. So, however, Zack and Mariah weren't too keen on the idea on owning a real goat anyway. When we had no choice but to give Zack a little plastic goat for a substitution of the real deal, we still think Mariah is worth the cost of a real goat. So it may still be coming, but I guess it's the thought that counts at this point. Seriously though, we are more than happy to welcome Zack into our family. We have always hoped that Mariah would find her happily ever after, and she has. We wish that the best for them and they begin married life together and look forward to being part of their journey. Love you both, and here to Mariah and Zack, because true love is obvious. Thank you.
You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. It started when you said hello, just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. Oh, I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Oh, you know that.
I know what you see when you look at me as we walk down the aisle. pink tutu, bows and tennis shoes, and the wide eyes of your child. Those are all the memories you will cherish and you'll carry, no matter how much time has come and gone. Daddy, dance with me. I want you to see the woman I've become. Daddy, don't let go. I want you to know I'll always need your love. Today I became his wife, and I'll be your baby girl for life. Don't know what to do when I look at you. Words can't say enough for what you've done for me. You gave me what I need. You were tender, you were tough. 'Cause the world you built around me is the strength that will surround me and protect me now that I am on my own. Daddy, dance with me. I want you to see the woman I've become. Daddy, don't let go. I want you to know I'll always need your love. Today I became his wife, but I'll be your baby girl. You gave me faith, you gave me life, you trusted me to live it right, and now you give your blessing on his love and mine. Daddy, dance with me. I want you to know I'll always need your love. Today I became his wife, but I'll be your baby girl for life.
Tying little shoelaces, wiping off dirty faces, just a couple